Hey everyone, it's Dion with 91 Cravens, and I'm back with another video. But what's going on though, everyone? How have you been? Just know I have missed y'all very, very much. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and I'll explain that in just a second. But I hope y'all have missed me too. And just know today's video is gonna be a different one. I'm probably gonna get, well, no, not probably. I am going to get a little personal with y'all, explain to y'all what's been going on with me and all that. Today's video is going to be a mukbang or mukbang, however you pronounce it. Correct me if I'm saying it wrong, whichever one it is, please let me know. But it is a mukbang video with food provided by one of my favorite spots, and that spot is Elena's Taco Shop. Right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Elena's Taco Shop is a restaurant here in Memphis, Tennessee that provides true Southern California Mexican food that differs from all the rest. When I say their food is excellent, I first learned about this spot when I was in culinary school, and my professor, one of my class professors, actually made an extra credit assignment to like, hey, if you go to Elena's Taco Shop, eat their food, and you give an honest review, I'll give you extra credit. And this is how I found out about Elena's, and I've been eating here for years. Now let's get to the main point of this video, which is you all want to know where I have been and why I have not been uploading. And well, I've been working. And the place I work at is the guest house at Graceland Hotel right here in Memphis, Tennessee. I am a line cook there at their finer dining restaurant called Delta's inside the hotel, and it kind of takes up the majority of my time. Well, not really. It doesn't really take up that much of my time. It's just that between working there full time and then trying to do orders and all that, I just haven't had the chance to upload. Now, what to snack on first before I start my story? I think I might try some of these carne asada fries, which Elena's is known for. And also they're really known for all of their sauces. They're all different flavors, and they go up in the degrees of heat for each salsa that you choose. And just know the hottest one is called Logan's, and they give a warning before eating it that says if you eat this, it might cause hallucinations. So I avoid that one, but my favorite one, which is in this little cup, is called Ensenada. But like I said, I have been working at the guest house at Graceland Hotel in Deltas for the past 3 to 4 months. I literally just passed my 90-day probationary period this month, back on December 11th, which was 2 days before my birthday, this December 13th. Ooh, hold on. Well, get a little drink from a cup. And don't talk about my cup either. You know everyone got a hood cup in their cabinet. Working there has been a very interesting experience because I'm gonna be honest, it's really my first time working in someone's kitchen full time. I mean, I used to work for a catering company a couple years ago called CFY Catering, and also very, very good catering company. You know, if you live in Memphis, Tennessee, or if you ever come to Memphis, Tennessee, or the surrounding states or areas, and you want a good company to cater your wedding, birthday, whatever event, hit up CFY Catering. Yeah, but yeah, working there it's like my very first time working real deal full time in someone's kitchen ever since I graduated culinary school. Back in 2016, and I was sort of like just playing around when it comes to getting a job because I was working at Walmart, which was my full-time job back then. In which I say now I should have left Walmart a long time ago to work in my field, but it was all a mental state thing. Yeah. I'm about to really explain that right now. The story I'm about to tell you now is, I really want the story to help be a motivation to someone, because I know this might sound cliche and it's the standard things to say, but you're like, hey, if you have a dream or a passion, go for it. Don't hold yourself back being complacent at a full-time job where you are miserable working, where you are sad every day going there. Every time you wake up in the morning, you're just like, oh my God, I gotta go back to this place again. A job where, hey, they're treating you wrong. A job that's just bad for your mental health and your happiness, period. Like, don't stay there. If you have a dream, if you have a passion, go after it. Take a leap of faith. And that's what this whole video is about. What am I gonna eat next? California burrito. This is I got the grilled chicken California burrito. And the reason why they call it California is because it has French fries on the inside. Matter of fact, let me zoom in and give y'all a little quick peek of that. Yeah, just look at that delicious goodness. Yeah. I was with Walmart. This year, if I would have stayed with Walmart, would have been 9 years for me. I quit back in 2018. And the job that I had with Walmart for the longest was loss prevention. And a lot of y'all should know what that is. And if you don't know what loss prevention is the plainclothes security that's inside Walmart that, well, we catch shoplifters. When I first joined loss prevention, that was in 2014. The previous 2 years, I was a car pusher for Walmart before I got promoted after I had applied for the position. Loss prevention was a good paying job, freedom of schedule. You could choose what off days you wanted. Like I said, nice pay, cool managers. I was working with a great team at the time. Yeah, the first 2 years I was with loss prevention from 2014 to 2016. Like, it was all good smiles. Like, it was good. Like, it was a fun job. That was until, you know, things with the job and my life started going downhill in 2016 for me, and that's when I was just going through it. So, like I said, 2016 was when things started going downhill with me working my good paying full-time job that I used to be happy working until I started to hate the job. So let me explain everything. May 2016, I finally got my Associate of Applied Science Culinary Arts degree from Southwest Tennessee Community College. You know, I even got myself a new car, which y'all have seen on the channel too that I've talked about, you know, Panda, which is my black and white Mustang that you're seeing outside. I got that as a graduation present for myself. I was already working in my field, like I just said earlier, at CFY Catering, part-time, along with working at Walmart. And like I said, everything was going fine until the summer came. July 2016, I started having health problems, like, you know, pains in my chest, my feet hurting all the time and all that, and just different things. So I went to the doctor, and guess what the doctors told me? I was diagnosed as a pre-diabetic, which means it's like you are borderline being a diabetic, and you gotta lose weight. Like, you gotta get that weight up off you fast if you don't want to, you know, take that step over that line to being a full-blown one. So I was diagnosed as a pre-diabetic, and it might not look like it, like, you know, and I still fool people to this day. People don't believe me when I say I'm over 300 pounds. It don't look like it, but I'm in the 300s, and back then I was almost 380 pounds when I was pre-diagnosed as, when I was diagnosed as a pre-diabetic. So that's when I started my whole little weight loss journey. Because at the same time, I was trying out for an NPD. I think I'll get me a taco next. I got me fish and chicken tacos. I'm sorry, not chicken, shrimp. I got fish and shrimp tacos. The shrimp tacos are grilled while the fish is fried. Just look at that. Yeah, look at that beautiful taco. Grilled shrimp taco. And then things kept going down south with bad news. October 2016, I was at work one day, just walking around on the sales floor until I received a call from my mom. She's just screaming, yelling, just saying, "Dion, hurry up, get home, get home, get home. I need you home right away." And so without her just fully explaining anything else, I told my boss, like, "Hey, I gotta get home. I'm having a situation at home." I left work, and so, you know, I'm thinking something is wrong at my house. So I have a Mustang, just trying to guess how fast I was going home. And when I make it home, I see that. So I just think about everything still kind of gets to me. When I make it home, I see that all of our stuff was just out on the street. Every single thing we owned was out on the street. We were evicted from our house by our landlord And to this day, will I ever know the real reason why we were evicted? Because it was a lot going on. I would probably never know the full story and the truth. Just know we were evicted from our house, and everything was thrown out on the street. And pretty much everything either got stolen or was damaged. So I had to get rid of it. So all of our electronics, even clothes and stuff and all that, it was just gone or damaged. And you know, we were already in the process of moving into a new house, so we had some stuff put up in storage, which was okay, like our beds and all that, and that's about it. Beds and all that, and so we took that stuff, moved into the new house, and in order to replace everything, I put myself in a huge heap of debt by taking out new furniture accounts, borrowing against my 401k, getting all new credit cards to try to help replace everything that was lost. Took out loans to go ahead and get the down payment, to get the rest of the down payment money to move all the way into the house that we was at now, so that we can start getting lights and everything on in there, so that we wouldn't be sleeping in the dark, because we kind of really did sleep in the dark for like 2 weeks. So that happened in 2016, you know, dealing with that at home. And then when January 2017 came, this food good, y'all. I ended up getting a second job here in Memphis at a FedEx to help pay all the bills that I was paying, because paying all them bills was something else, and there was a lot going on. My paychecks from Walmart was going away. Shoot, a lot of the paychecks from FedEx was going all towards bills, you know, barely having money for myself, for gas to feed myself. I mean, like, yeah, I'm a cook, but at the same time, how can you cook if you don't get no money to buy groceries? And even though I was living with moms and all that, I was raised the type of guy, like, I don't like asking for help at all. Even if I'm down and out, I don't like asking for help. So there was that. I got a second job to help me out. And then the rest of 2017 and 18 were the crazy years with Walmart, in which they was putting me through it. In Walmart, in loss prevention and or asset protection, you have a manager that you report to outside of store management, because our chain of command ran differently. We reported to an AP manager in store, and we reported to a market, aka corporate manager, outside the store. Just know, our market manager at the time back then did not like me and my team that was at the Walmart that I was working at, mostly because we were one of the few APs that was in our market who did not want to become butt-kissing APs to him. He was the type of market manager, if you didn't do as he says, like kiss up to him, or like just feel like he can't control you, he would do everything he can to get rid of you. And that's pretty much what he was doing to me and my team. And that's why I said, you know, if you got a job that you wake up hating, going to every day, leave it, because it got to the point where it was like that for me at work. Every time I was going to work, I feel like I was walking around with a target on my back, because this market manager was looking for any and every little thing he could find to try to ride us up to the point where we're fired, or to make us want to quit. And then around May 2017, I was finally forced up out of the Walmart that I was working at. Well, mostly because the manager found out that a family member of mine was working at the store, and he used that as the reason to get me up out of there. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, I completely and fully understood the rule of like, hey, if you're in management or in loss prevention, you can't work in the same store as family or as a loved one or your wife or husband. But when I was first brought into AP, it was known by management back then that, hey, she worked there and they knew she wouldn't freaking steal the lint off the register, and they knew that I was a good person. But that was old management. This was new management because my in-store AP manager at the time was one of a bunch of new managers our market manager hired because he knew that he could control it easily because they honestly had no experience when it came to loss prevention or anything like that at all. And so, like I said, I understood the rules and I was completely fine with that, but it's the way that they had went about doing it that was wrong. They came to me pretty much saying flat out said, you have 14 days to find a new store to work at or you're losing your job. Like they just straight up came to me like that. And what was making me so mad was that every day I was going to work, instead of my manager asking me like, hey, how are you doing? Have you found another, do you need any help finding another store to go into? Like, are you okay? It was never that. It was like, have you found yourself another store to go to? Your time is winding down. You're almost out of here. Pretty much just in a rush to get me up out of there, following the orders of the market manager who was low down. And still dealing with all the stuff that I had going on at home. Like, my mind was going through it. Working my butt off at 2 jobs. Dealing with the situation at work. That was when Market Human Resources caught wind what was going on. And because they knew I was such a good employee and I never did no wrong, like I was literally an employee that came to work every day, getting his job, never bothered no one, and I just went home. I came to work, I was cool with everyone, did my job, and I went home. And they could tell how upset it was making me and how it was getting to me. And to keep me from being mad so much every day at work, they pretty much said, hey, we're about to move you to this store in Horn Lake, Mississippi. And I was like, okay, cool. Just to get me away from my management at the Whitehaven Walmart that I was working at. So yeah, I ended up going to the Horn Lake Walmart. I'm thinking like, okay, my troubles are gonna be over. New atmosphere, new area, new people to be around. Luckily, the AP that was down there was a female who started the same time back in 2012 with me at Walmart. So, I consider her a friend. I thought everything was gonna be okay. I'm working with someone that I know. Well, was I ever wrong? Because I ended up feeling the cold blade of backstab and betrayal very, very hard. And I'm just gonna cut straight to the point. The whole time I'm working with her, I'm thinking, everything is cool. Our friendship is good, and all that. I'm cool with our manager, who was also one of those new managers that my market manager had hired, like I said, so that he could easily control them. Thought everything was good until around October 2017. I get hit with something I thought would never, ever happen to me. And that was, I was hit, and when I say this is completely false, it is false all the way. I was hit with a false sexual harassment claim, supposedly submitted by my partner. Can you imagine that? A false sexual harassment claim. Something that could tarnish my name and put a record and charge on my background and make it hard as hell for me to get a job. Excuse me cussing, it's like, even though it's done past, every time I think about it, it still gets to me. So that happened. I had to fight to prove my innocence because luckily there was no evidence at all of me even doing anything. Like, there was no evidence. I had plenty of counter evidence to prove, like, hey, me and her friendship is completely platonic. Like there was nothing going on. I never say anything out the way or did anything like there was nothing. And so that happened. And after all the smoke cleared, pretty much what Walmart did to keep me from filing a lawsuit and suing, which is what I should have did, but with the way my mindset was back then, I was depressed real hard, and it's like the word defeat and don't even try to fight back was just embedded heavy in me. I didn't even try to do nothing. They straight up told me, you know what, so you're all good. We're not going to fire you or nothing. And woo woo, just go on back to work with a smile every day. And I'm just like, so you want me to go back to work with a fake smile every day with a person who just tried to get me fired on some false charges and like nothing ever happened? Yep. They swept it under the rug pretty much. At that time, I did already lose a lot of weight, like I said, like what my doctor had wanted me to do. And I ended up quitting my job at FedEx to my second part-time job because that was wearing me out. Working full-time and then overnight at FedEx and then still trying to do orders and this and that. I almost had a breakdown. Oops. But then when all of that happened with the managers and then the situation with my partner, it's just I just lost all motivation and stuff. Like I just lost it. Like I gave up. I stopped working out. I was just going to work, depressed and sad, with a fake smile on my face every day, like what they had wanted. I was just defeated. 2018 comes. I did become debt free. Finally, I became debt free after 2 years paying off all that stuff. And just know, supposedly the truth had came out from my partner about the whole harassment thing, because apparently it was never actually her. It was our manager who did it, because apparently she had never liked me from the get-go, because my previous manager at the Whitehaven Walmart pretty much spoke badly about me to her, and she felt like I was forced onto her by human resources. And so from the get-go, she never had actually liked me, and when she saw the opportunity for something, she tried to get rid of me. And the part that makes us all crazy is that hook up. My partner, she knew everything that was about to happen to me involving that false harassment claim, because our manager told her, because they were quote unquote cool with each other like that. The main reason why my partner was cool with her was because she became a kiss butt to our manager, because she was on our second ride by our manager, because honestly, our manager had never liked her either. And so since she was on her second ride up, afraid of possibly getting retaliated against, she went along with everything. And when she told me that, she said, like, you know, I went along with everything because I thought it wouldn't go nowhere, because it was nothing. So you risked me losing my job and getting my name tarnished and possibly getting a record because you were too afraid to speak up for yourself, so you tried going with the flow. Well, you see how that turned out. Like I said, luckily it never did get to the point that our manager was hoping for. When my partner found out that our manager was about to start gunning for her, oh, she happily got up and went to market human resources and regional and reporting everything to save her skin, but she didn't want to do that for me. And so, of course, tension ended up rising between my manager and my partner. They separated them when the big bosses started coming down to question everything. My manager went on a medical leave of absence for extreme high blood pressure and stress and all that, and she was gone for a while. And so that just left me to to work in the whole store by myself for months, being top flight security. Like, they was expecting me to just be top flight security all by myself while doing my paperwork, manager paperwork, doing all these different tasks, and expecting me to do the work of about 3 to 5 different people in just one person. Like midway into like 2018, my weight started to come back because, like I said, I stopped working out and all that. My weight started to come back because I was almost to a flat 300 pounds. But like I said, I was depressed. I gave up. Weight was coming back. I was stressed out doing all this work, and like it was getting to me, y'all. And you would think all these signs that was happening to me all these years just telling me, leave this job, but I didn't. And you want to know why? Because this goes back to what I was saying earlier about becoming complacent in a place that is ruining your mental health. Like, I was pretty much telling myself I couldn't afford to leave Walmart at the time because it was the job that was paying me the most, instead of going somewhere else, probably getting paid less, but having the ease of mind. That's why when I say don't become complacent. October 2018, that time that came around, I finally decided to tell myself, you know what? I can't take this no more. Like, my mental health is way, way more important than this job. And this is what I did. October 2018, I put in my 2 weeks notice from Walmart, a job that I was with for almost, you could pretty much say 10 years. I put in my 2 weeks notice. And then this is what comes into part. The phrase, don't ever think a job needs you, because they will replace you at a moment's notice. Like, don't ever let a job stress and work you out, and stress and work you to the point of no return or to your grave, because they can replace you at a moment's notice. Get this. The day I put in my 2 weeks notice, literally 30 minutes later, they found my replacement. 30 minutes later of the same day of me putting in my 2 weeks notice, my replacement was found just that fast. That happened in 2018, towards the end of 2018. Left Walmart. I ended up working for a tow truck company, the tow truck company that my mom was working at, for some months. I left that, went working for Amazon Prime. Just know, both being a tow truck driver and work for Amazon Prime was HE double hockey sticks on wheels. They both were. And at the time, it's like, my business was booming to the point where it's like, I feel like I could quit. Because this was 2019 when I was working at the tow truck company and then worked for Amazon Prime. In 2019 is also the year I started uploading to YouTube, and that was like another thing. Like, you know, I had always wanted to upload to YouTube. I just never started because I was scared, and you know, I finally said, you know what, if I'm gonna start uploading to YouTube, I need to go ahead and start now. And you know, I was watching so many of my idols succeeding on YouTube, and one of my main idols, his name is Kevin Edwards Jr. You know, he's a 12 plus year YouTube star that's been in the game for a long time. He's like my main role model when it comes to all this. Like, he has a vlog channel, a gaming channel. He's a real estate investor. Like, when I say he started literally from the bottom, like I was with him from his very first ever channels, just watching him, and I watched him grow all these years. And he's like one of my main motivations for starting YouTube. Shoot, I wouldn't mind meeting him. You know what? Probably want to upload this video. If y'all make it to this point of watching it, in the comment section, go tag Kevin Edwards Jr. So that he can see this video, and I can probably try to travel to California and meet him. Who knows? It just might happen. But yeah, with YouTube and with YouTube and my cake business and everything, it's just like something in my head was saying, I need to finally go ahead and take this leap of faith. If I don't take this leap of faith, I'm going to regret it. So yeah, I took the leap of faith. I quit Amazon Prime. I tried going into my cake and food business just full time, you know, doing cakes, doing the YouTube videos that I'm doing now. Just trying to go at it full time until reality kind of hit. Like, out of nowhere, all the business I was getting with orders, it just well, that ball represents it exactly. It just dropped. just failed. And yeah, depression came back again. I'm just like, okay, what am I gonna do? I really jumped out here with no plan. I really don't get no money saved. So I finally said, you know what? I need to go ahead and get into someone's kitchen and at least get to working in my field so that I can get this experience underneath my belt full time. And that's when my job at Guest House at Graceland came into play. I applied there, I got hired there in September of this year. And that's where I've been working ever since. And so yeah, that's my story on what's gonna lead me up to taking a leap of faith, and that's gonna lead me to where I'm at now. And honestly, do I regret everything? No. Do I hate everything that happened to me? Yes. Am I letting it still get to me? No, because I had to move on. And do I ever plan on taking another leap of faith again? Yes, I do. Quite sooner than usual. Because with the way my YouTube channel has been going, I never expected my channel. I'm sorry, I'm just fidgeting with stuff now. I'm really full and I don't feel like eating no more. But I wasn't expecting my channel to do good this way that it was within just my first year of uploading. I'm almost at 40,000 subscribers within my first year. I never expected YouTube to be paying me the way that it was. I never expected to be getting messaged by companies and businesses wanting me to partner with them and do this and that, and just meeting new people, interacting with y'all on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat. Just, it's a load of experiences, and it's just like, this is what I really need to do. And so it's like, I'm not gonna quit my job just yet. I'm still gonna work, but I'm about to just keep building myself up. Pretty much my motivation and everything else has came back. Like, it's at full force. My motivation and determination is at full force now. You know, 2020 is about to be a lot to come. You know, I got a lot of stuff planned for the channel when it comes to like merchandise, websites, new recipes I'm trying to bring in and all that, new equipment that I'm about to start investing in. Honestly, I hope my story like helps motivate a lot of you to like go after your dreams and just like go after it. We'll say this, because honestly, Steve Harvey said it first. You have to jump and take the leap of faith. If you don't, you're going to stand on that cliff for the rest of your life regretting it. Now, when you do jump, it's not going to be easy. You're going to hurt yourself on the way down. Things are going to get tough. But your parachute will open and you will land at the bottom eventually of where you want to be. But it's like I said, the end result is always the agony, the pain, the sad nights, the long nights, the nights of you staying up till 6 in the morning. It's all worth it if you stay at it. But yeah, y'all, this was my story of me taking a leap of faith for where I'm at now. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you stuck around to the end, thank you for watching it. Thank you for learning about me. I appreciate it. And just know I have a whole lot planned for y'all. And I really, really hope y'all stick around to watch it. And to this day, I still appreciate everyone who still is sticking around now watching me. I say this every time I end this video that, you know, hey, I just love all of y'all. I love all of your support. I love all of y'all always hitting me up. I love my friends that be telling me to like keep at it, don't give up. I thank all the support, even if it's from people I know and people I don't know. Well, this is the end of this video. I'm probably about to put this food in the fridge and call it night. It's late. But I wanted to upload this video because this is something that I was wanting to talk to y'all about for a long time. And I hope my message got through to y'all. So, all right, y'all, I'm about to head on out. It's late. I need to get some sleep. But just know I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next video. All right.